Okay, hi everyone. My name is Christina Whiteley. I'm a VIP Elite Leader with It Works, and I'm super excited to start the Zoom with you guys tonight. I want you to maybe grab a pen because I'm going to go over a bunch of stuff. Don't worry, I'm recording it. If you don't have a pen, I see you, Michelle. Don't worry, I got you. And I'm just going to start by telling some of you my story. If you've never met me before, you don't know me personally, or maybe you're new to the company, we'll probably end up showing this video a few times. So maybe you're joining in 2 weeks from now. I don't know. Nice to meet you. So hold on a sec. There we go. So my name is Christina Whiteley. I live on Vancouver Island up in Canada. I know that our team, most of our team is from here, but there are people all over the world that is on our bigger team. And I used to be a hairstylist. I owned my own salon and on-site wedding business. I've always kind of been entrepreneurial, but I brushed off this industry for a very long time. I said no multiple times to people who asked me about this company and multiple other companies. I just thought, I'm too busy. I've got too much going on. I don't have time for this. And I didn't really get it. I didn't get the opportunity that was being offered to me. So that is a very valuable lesson for those of you that have people that say no to you. It may not be the right time. It might not be the right opportunity, and it might not be that they are ready to hear the information that you want to give them. And that's something that's really important moving forward in your business, because somebody might say no to you now, but in a couple of years, they may come back and say yes and be amazing. So that's what happened. I finally said yes because I had seen before and after pictures of the wraps, which I previously had made fun of, because I was like, skinny wraps? Really? Like, I go to the gym, I eat healthy, I'm in great shape, and you're telling me you can stick a wrap on me and make me skinny? Okay, whatever. And I kind of rolled my eyes at it. What I didn't know is that they were not a weight loss product, that they tone, tighten, and firm your skin, and any new mom should have them as a baby gift. I swear to God, they're amazing. So I wanted to try them. I wanted to try them after having a baby. I'd also had a shoulder injury late into my pregnancy, and I wasn't able to do hair as long as I wanted. I was self-employed. I didn't have maternity leave, so I knew I would have to go back to work early. And that meant going back to work into the salon at Izzy being 8 months, and I wasn't really okay with that. Long story short, I almost lost Izzy during delivery, and my entire life changed. I realized that it's not all about the things that you do and the things that you have, but it's about the time spent with the people that you love. And I was willing to change everything for that little girl, because she deserved to have two parents at home raising her. And that was a goal of mine. That was something that I always wanted, because my dad was always really busy working, and we didn't have a relationship until we were a little bit older, until, I was an adult, because he was always working, and I wanted my daughter to have a relationship with her dad. That was just my preference. So I started this business. I very quickly realized the amazing power of residual income and network marketing. I made my $1,000 Ruby bonus the first month I started, and then I got it for my husband the second month. I went Emerald my third month, and my fourth month, Ryan went Emerald. In my fifth month, I went Diamond. In my sixth month, I went Double Diamond, and Ryan went Diamond. So we moved quickly because I realized what was in front of me, because I realized if I let go of all of my reservations, and I was not in that mode of, I'm just going to try this out and see how it goes. I realized that if I went all in and learned from the top income earners in the company, that I could very well be one of those people. So I just copied what they did. I am a copycat. I did not reinvent the wheel. I just learned from the people at the top, and I modeled what they were doing, and I listened and I applied. That's it. So for any of you that are just brand new and you don't have any experience, neither did I. It's okay. Don't worry. We have everything that you need in our team page and through our leadership, that you will feel supported your entire journey, no matter if you're here to make $200 a month or $20,000 a month. It doesn't matter. We're here to support you and help you reach your goals. So that was at 6 months. That was when I was able to close down the salon and had between $5,000 and $6,000 as an income. I was then able to focus a little bit more on this business, and put a little bit more time in. And that's when I worked really hard over the Christmas holidays and ended up going triple diamond the following year on my 1-year anniversary. So I joined in March of 2016. So this was March of 2017. I earned a $50,000 bonus then. I'd also earned a few other, like a $5,000 diamond bonus, and Ryan and I both earned $5,000 bonuses when we promoted to double diamond. So I'd learned a few bonuses along the way as well. And Ryan came home that day and he said, "Oh, babe, I'm so proud of you. You did it. You like did your promotion. That's amazing." And he's like, "So like, what does that mean?" And I said, "Well, honey, the average income is $10,000. Our first triple diamond paycheck though was $17,000. It was unbelievable." And I literally opened my commissions and was like, I can't believe I just made that. That's like 3 or 4 months of being a hairstylist. And I said to Ryan, I get a little choked up because I said, "You get to quit your job now." He's been a career bartender for 20 years. He worked until 2:30 in the morning. We didn't go to bed together at night. He was tired during the day, and I just desperately wanted to get him out of that industry into something that he'd be happy doing, something that was his own. And he's had the freedom to be able to be at home with us now and be able to dream bigger. So he is now working towards a business of his own, which is really exciting because now we have the money to fund that. So please fast forward that following year because I had a really hard time at triple diamond. For those of you that have been in the business for a little while, I lost my rank due to nothing that I was doing. I didn't do anything wrong. Different people had decided that they were going to leave the business. Just things that were out of my control happened and I lost my rank, but then I got it back and then I lost it again. And then I got it back and then I lost it again. And then I got it back and then I went presidential. So at my 2-year mark, I went presidential diamond with the company. That was not my plan. My plan was to do it in a year, but it happened in 2. And I'm pretty cool with that because my average income is between $20,000 and $30,000 a month. And I feel like putting in 2 years of hard work is definitely worth that. And now both Ryan and I are at home with our daughter and I get to coach you guys to your goals. So again, whether that is $200 a month, 20,000 plus, we're here to help you get there. So I was asked a few questions from your leaders, and one of the things was, how did I build my business? Now, I want to be really specific here because trial and error can cost you a lot of time. Scrolling through Facebook or Instagram can cost you a lot of time, and you may feel like you're working hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end. What you need to do is set a timer and get a schedule and be focused on your work, because you can actually do this business in 1 to 2 hours a day. 80% of your time should be prospecting people, okay? Talking to people about the business, talking to people about products. 80% of your time should be spent that way. The 4 non-negotiables that I have daily, okay? This is like, if I'm sick, if I'm sick and dying, who knows? But like, if something is happening and like one of my family members is sick, or like something is crazy happening, I'm going to a wedding that day. Like, I'm busy, you guys. I spend a focused half an hour, and these are the things that I do not go a day without doing, because consistency is so important to this business, and I will get into that in a little bit. So the first thing that I do is I post. I post on social media. Posting tells a story. It tells your story. So it's really important when you're posting that you are authentic. It's really important that you're showcasing who you are. I post about 4 times a day on Facebook, and they are not copy and paste posts. They are not sharing videos. They're not, if I'm going to put up a quote, an inspirational quote, I'm going to type it out and put a backdrop behind it instead of just posting a picture. I'm creating a brand. And I'm not saying that everybody has to be this focused, but I'm putting forth something that would make people want to watch me. If you guys sit there and post before and after pictures or things that you're just copying, pasting, and you're not thinking much about it, it doesn't showcase who you are. And people that know you are going to feel that it's unauthentic. So it's really important that you focus on the things. And hey, maybe you are a dog trainer. If you want, post videos of you dog training, preferably live videos. You know, if you're really good at a certain kind of craft or do it yourself, Jamie's excellent at doing Halloween makeup. I don't even know how she does it. And she does live videos of Halloween makeup. If you're a mom, showcase your time at home with your babies, right? Amy, I saw Phil with Violet in the box the other day. So cute, right? If you're, a pet owner, show your pets, and make sure that you're showing who you are, because people don't buy products, they buy people. Okay, so posting lifestyle posts. Now, I want to be really specific about this. That is what I mentioned above, but saying, I love that I could be here with my baby while I'm working my business, while I'm with my little side hustle, or while I'm working on my phone, or whatever it is, and throw business into your lifestyle. Maybe you just got paid and say, I'm so thankful that It Works paid for my gas and groceries this month. I'm so thankful, whatever. I'm so grateful. Tell your story. Tell people why you joined this business. Tell them over and over and over again. I tell people, like, I don't know, once a week, and like, you'll see that my posts are very similar. Please, if you're not sure how to post, follow your leaders, follow myself, follow Karen Sayers, April Jennings, follow people that have a really great social media presence and emulate them. If you want to borrow posts, copy and paste, fine, but make sure that you are making those posts relevant to your life, okay? Why we do live videos. Now, there's people on here that may, oh my God, I'm never gonna do a live video. Okay, I will not hold a gun to your head to do a live video, but I need to tell you why it is so important. It is extremely important to do live videos because you get 7 generations of views. When you post, you get your friends. That's it. When you do a live video, you get their friends and their friends and their friends and their friends and their friends, and it's a way broader spectrum. So you're getting a bigger reach, and people also get to see who you are. Now, I know it's a little bit scary, but I'm telling you, just work up to it. If it's your first, week in this business, start by doing a live video of your pet or your kid or something that you're doing or whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be about the business or about products. Ask your sponsor to do a live video with you, and you do it together so that you feel a little bit more comfortable with somebody else on there and you don't have to go at it alone. The other thing that I want to talk about with posting is compliance. We do have to be careful of what we're posting. So if we are posting anything about bonuses or an income, we must post an income disclosure statement. If you don't have that, and you have to just post it in the comments. If you don't have that, ask your sponsor for it, and just know that to compliantly post about income, we must do that, or bonuses. The other thing is before and after pictures. If you are going to post a before and after picture, it must have an It Works border around it that says the time span and the products that are used, okay? So it must be approved by corporate. The reason that is because we can actually get sued for false claims. So if people are going online and just getting a before and after picture of somebody that has lost 100 pounds and saying that it's It Works, we can get sued for that. So it must be compliant. What I recommend is not putting those before and after pictures in your post, but instead doing a post that asks a question like, hey, do I know anybody that wants to lose 10 pounds? Look at Sandy, she just lost 15 pounds, whatever. Post the before and after pictures in the comments. The other thing is when you post before and after pictures in your post, a lot of the times Facebook will pick it up and won't show your post in news feeds. So make sure that you're posting it in the comments. And then the other little kind of housekeeping thing that I want to mention is compliantly, if talking about our loyal customer agreement, when we are talking about our loyal customer agreement, we have to tell them 2 things, that they can take advantage of our loyal customer program in 2 ways. One, they can purchase a one-time only $50 fee, membership fee, that they can always and forever have 40% off and take advantage of our flash sales and BOGOs. Anything they want, they can purchase on the website for 40% off. Or, and then I say it this way, 95% of people don't want to spend the money, the $50 on the membership fee. So they do the second way, which is purchasing one product a month for 3 months. The products will automatically ship to you 3 months in a row. It can be the same product or different products, but you'll be able to skip the $50 membership fee. Okay, that's how I say it. Super nonchalant, no big deal. Our loyal customer program is like one of the best ones out there because we don't have a minimum dollar amount. And we also give 10% back in perk points, which you can earn. And perk points are dollars you can use towards buying free products. So that's another bonus of being a loyal customer. The other thing that I do, so number 2, is I add to my network. So it's so important that you are growing your network. I cannot say this enough. Most people get held up in the beginning. Okay, most people get held up and they're a little bit nervous to add friends to their network. Unless you are going out and speaking to 10 new people a day in public about this business or the products, you must add to your network, because what will end up happening is you will run out of people to talk to on social media and you won't have another network. Your business will be at a standstill, whether that is in 2 months because you've got 200 friends, or in 6 months because you have 1,000 friends, or a year because you've got 3,000 friends, or 2 years because you've got 5,000 friends. Your goal when you first begin is to grow your network to 5,000 friends as fast as you can. The reason being, when you only have 200, 500, 1,000 friends, that's how big your audience is. You understand that having 5 times more than 1,000 friends is going to give you 5 times more the results. You're going to get 5 times more exposure. You're going to get 5 times more interaction, right? So when you get to 5,000 friends, what ends up happening is you've got to start rotating through people, because you max out on Facebook. You don't on Instagram. So you can keep adding friends on Instagram, or followers, sorry. But when you max out, what ends up happening is you want to get fresh blood in there. You want to get new people that are exposed. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to rotate through that, because I'll go through that when I talk about following up. So growing your network, it is so important. If you don't know how to do it, you're nervous about it, I don't care. Ask your sponsor and they will help you get over that hurdle, because that hurdle is going to hold you back in your business. And if you're nervous, you're scared, you don't know what to say, if they say, do I know you? You don't know how to add to your network. We have training videos on Set Goals, Dream Big. And you just have to search, grow your network, add to your network, and all of those posts will come up, or you can ask your sponsor. The third thing that I do that is a non-negotiable is I send messages to people, particularly new people. So I tell myself I have to send at least 20 new messages a day, not follow-up messages, not to people I've talked to before, but reaching out to brand new people. You guys can do 10 if you're just getting started in the business. My rule is always 50 to 10, 10, and 10. And what that means is I add 50 people a day. I at least post 2 quality posts on social media, on both Facebook and Instagram, 10 messages to brand new people about the business, 10 messages about product, which I'll go over. I only do host to post messages now, and 10 follow-ups. So when I'm messaging, a lot of people get a little bit nervous. Like they'll go through their hundreds of people that they know and reach out to them and ask them if they want to try products. Then they get stuck. Okay. So what I want to say to you is that it's not a cold message if you are posting consistently on social media. If you are always telling your story, if you're being authentically you're not just sharing videos or sharing other people's stuff, it's not a cold message, because people know what you do. You have the opportunity to remove a friend, unfollow them, unfriend them, right? So they choose to be friends with you. So you can send them a message. I always say keep it really short. Keep it really short. If you can send a voice message, even better, because when people hear your voice, you're a real person. But I always keep my messages short and my responses to 2 sentences and a question. Do not overwhelm them with information, because what will happen is that they will just tune out. If you send them paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of information, they will tune out. Your job is to listen, ask questions, find out what the issue is that they're having, whether it's with their health or their finances, and provide a solution. Okay, so that's the process of messaging. We can go into more details on another Zoom, but I just want to get that in there. And I also want to tell you why I message for host to post now. Host to post is using somebody else's network instead of your own. It is so much more beneficial because if you are a third party coming in and giving this information to other people, you're going to have so much more success than if you're trying to give information to your friends that are already skeptical of what you're doing, right? Your friends are your worst critics. They want to know what you're doing and why you're doing it and why they're not doing it. So make sure that you are asking for host to post instead of in product messages, because you're going to get so much farther ahead and you're going to utilize your time better. We have Zooms on host to post. We have live videos on host to post. We have posts on host to post. We have scripts on our Facebook or on our team page. So make sure that you are utilizing the team page when you are not exactly sure on what to do. Search in there first and then ask your sponsor on how to execute that. But it's asking for a referral, and you can do host to post for products and you can do host to post for business as well. I want to give you the odds on this because I think it's really important. I want you to know that when you send 100 messages, you're going to get 20 responses. This is just statistics. This is the odds, okay? So I want you to really know this because it's important that you understand you're going to hear no a lot more than you hear yes. 80 people are not even going to bother to respond to you. Okay? That's normal. Do not take this personally. It's not personal. None of this is personal. It's just business. Out of those 20 people, 10 people are going to say no. Nope. See you later. Not interested. Out of those 10 people, 5 or 6 of them will come back in 6 months and will ask you about the business or a product. They will be interested. 5 or 6 of those people will be interested, okay? Out of the other 5, 4 of them are going to ask for more information, and 1 of them is going to order within 1 to 2 days. So the reason, and those 4 other people that are asking for information, they're probably going to order within a week to 90 days. The reason I'm telling you this is because it's so crucial that you plant seeds every day regardless of the outcome, okay? Because it doesn't matter if you're sending 100 messages in 1 day or 100 messages a week. You're still going to have the same results. So can you understand this? The person that sends 100 messages a day is going to have more results than the person that is sending 100 messages, 25 messages a day over 4 days, right? Their results are going to be faster than the results of the person that is only sending 100 messages a week. So think about what your goal is. Think about what your timeline is and how badly you want to achieve that timeline. But know that those are your odds and that this is not personal. The best thing that you can do not to get discouraged in this business is to decide what your goal is, go all in, treat this as a business, and take quitting off the table and be consistent in your messaging. Because what happens to a lot of people, this is like the most common thing. People get in the business, they send messages for a day. Oh, everyone said no. Yeah, normal. They send messages the next day. Oh, nobody responded to me. Okay, day 3, I'm not really feeling like sending messages. Nobody's responding to me. Nobody's really doing anything. I don't feel like it. I'll do it another day. Day 4, I guess I'll send a couple more messages, like 3 or 4. Day 5, they message their sponsor and say nobody's responding to them. That's what happens. That's like the progression. Or on day 5, they're like, oh crap, I haven't been messaging. Everyone's telling me I should be consistent in messaging. They get overwhelmed and they're like, oh God, I haven't been messaging. I feel like I have to send 300 messages today because I haven't been messaging. And all of a sudden, they're overwhelmed and they don't do anything, and it paralyzes them. And that's the biggest problem, is that people get behind. They feel like they're behind. Guys, this is like self-paced learning. This is self-paced business. You decide how quickly you want to get to your end goal. Just because you don't get there in the time that you want, maybe that means you need to double your efforts. Maybe that means that you've got to switch something up. You've got to ask for help. You've got to problem solve. But you will get there if you consistently do the work every single day. Okay? Some days are amazing. Some days I sit and work for 6 hours because I'm so excited. I'm talking to so many people. I get so many messages out. Some days are those bare minimum non-negotiables, 50 to 10, 10, and 10. And that's all I can handle. But that's okay, because at least I'm getting in my non-negotiables and I'm doing the bare minimum and I'm still consistent every single day. Following up, that's number 4 on my list. So when you follow up, it's really important that you know you're going to have to follow up with most people 5 to 20 times before they order. The point of messaging, and this is, sorry, I missed out on this. If you send 100 messages, you guys, sorry, my phone's being ridiculous. If you send 100 messages, and those people don't respond, those 80 people don't respond, it is not time wasted. I want to make sure that you understand that it's not time wasted, because when you send those 80 messages, what's happening is you're engaging with those people regardless of them responding or not, and you're going to start coming up in their news feed. This feeds into following up because people need to see something 5 to 21 times before they order. So your posts, your points of contact, your comments on their posts, all that is interaction 5 to 21 times before they order, okay? So I follow up, I message them, I follow up every 2 days. So it's 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, and then monthly. If there's a promo or something like that, I make notes. A lot of you guys worry about the organization part of this business. There is no, like, some people have graphs and charts and Excel sheets. I'm telling you, you can get to presidential with a notebook. Like, I literally have a notebook full of names that I have. Like, I'm not organized, you guys. I wish I was more organized, but I just want to tell you, don't waste time being like, oh, I should have a file folder system of this. No. So I literally have names. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, the names, like a book of names everywhere. And I've got like keto beside them, and I have a date. So I have a date, a point of contact, like all the people that I added to my hundreds list that day, another date, like the next day, all the people I added to my hundreds list. So I know when I first talked to them. So it makes my following up easier. That's legit my system. I don't know what to tell you. We have a brand new like Connect app that you can use and put your potentials in there, and set to follow up and reminders to follow up if that's your thing. But for me, I set reminders in Messenger to follow up with people when they tell me to. That's the best tip that I can give you. And then actually follow up with them that day. Don't miss a deadline. Don't miss a follow-up. Don't miss those things, because that's where people fall through the cracks. Making sure that to be organized, all you got to do, make sure you write down the people that you talk to. Maybe the product that they're interested in, but just make sure you do that, and don't overwhelm yourself with all of your organization. Don't overwhelm yourself with feeling like you have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. You just have to learn and go along and ask questions along the way. That's the best part about our job. We don't need a formal education. We just learn as we go, and we make money while we're doing it. So just do the things that I'm telling you right now, these 4 things, and then when you need more, ask for more. And literally, I follow up with people until they die. Like, I just keep following up and following up and following up. There are people on our team that I followed up 33 times in a year, and they finally joined our team. Like, I just keep going, because life changes for people every 3 to 6 months, whether it's a health issue, financially, a spouse, family. Their lives change every 3 to 6 months. So maybe you talk to somebody. There are people, guys, that I talked to for 2 years that are finally ordering products, or finally joining the team. And the thing about that is, the only people that fail at this business are people that A, are not open to growing and learning, and B, are people that quit. Because the long and the short of it is, the longer you're in this business, the easier it gets, because you have more credibility, you have been consistent for longer, so people take you seriously, you make more money, so they want to listen, and that's simply it. The people that quit are the people that lose, and they don't succeed in this business. Everybody else, it doesn't matter what your timeline is, guys. If you're in here to make an extra couple $100 a month, and you're working an hour a day, so say you're going for Ruby, for that $1,000 Ruby bonus and $500 a month. For that extra hour a day, think about this, 30 hours a month. So how much would you expect to get paid for 30 hours a month? I'm going to just divide that by, so 30 divided by, let's say you work 5 days a week, or even if you worked the 30 days, and you were making a 599 Canadian paycheck, it would be $19 an hour, okay? $19 an hour. So you're still making way more than minimum wage, working an hour a day. Plus, you have access to unlimited $100 weekly bonuses, our promotional bonuses, wrap cash, all these other ways that you can make money. So you would expect that working an hour a day, you would probably make $5.99. If you want to make more money, you got to put in more time, and it's got to be focused time, because a lot of the times people say, oh, I've been working all day and nothing's happening. You're not actually, you've got to be honest with yourself, and you're not actually doing the things, those 4 things that I just told you. You're not actually doing those things, and you're not spending 80% of your time doing prospecting. And that's why you're not getting ahead. So what I wanted to talk a little bit about is how not to get discouraged. Because like I said, you know, in my journey, I lost my rank, I got it back, I lost it again. I wasn't where I wanted to be when I said I wanted to be there. I wasn't at presidential within a year. I didn't hit my goals when I wanted to, but we change our timeline, not our goals. We still work for our goals. And like I said, when you take quitting off the table, you just figure out a way. Being consistent every single day makes life a lot easier, because again, if you are not consistent, what's going to happen is say you go on holidays for a couple of weeks and then take a little bit of time to get back into it, and then, oh, my baby's sick, blah, 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 blah. You're not planting the seeds daily that you need for a harvest. So you're not reaching out to enough people to be able to get a harvest in 60 to 90 days. Because when you're sending messages today, the honest truth is those are going to come into fruition in 60 to 90 days. So if you take a break at any point in time, or you're not consistent in your messaging, you're going to have holes in that harvest. You know what's going to really suck is when there's big bonuses, or there's a promotion, like a Disneyland promotion, or there are things like this that come up and you don't have the potentials on your hundreds list to follow up with because you weren't planting the seeds. You weren't adding to your hundreds list daily. That's actually my personal goal, is to add at least 5 people to my hundreds list daily. That's what I do. So I have an activity goal versus a productivity goal. So don't go into it saying, I'm going to sign a loyal customer today. I have no idea today if I'm going to sign a loyal customer. I really don't. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, I'm going to add 5 people to my hundreds list today. I'm going to send my 50 to 10, 10, and 10. I'm going to do my 2 posts. I'm going to follow up with 10 people. I'm going to send 10 new messages for products or for hosted posts, and 10 new messages for business. And then I'm going to add to my network. So those are the things that I do all the time. If you have a break in those things, you're going to have a break in your business, and your business is going to go like this, and you're going to be really stressed out. What you want is your business to primarily do this, and it will do this, because I have the privilege of being a business owner before this. So I know that business ebbs and flows. I know you're going to have good years, bad years in between. I know you're going to have good months, good weeks, bad weeks. I have had a month where I signed 1 loyal customer, and that was it. That was it. So we all have months like that where we're spinning our wheels. And I don't know about you, I get anxiety. I'm like, I should be signing people right now. I get really bad anxiety until I change my mindset. Until I look around and think about all the things that I'm grateful for. When I start to get spun up like that, it actually takes me away from doing my IPAs, and I keep going over and over and over in my head. I should be doing more. I should be doing more. And you know what? Don't waste time being hard on yourself. Don't waste time being critical of what's not happening, and focus on the positives. Focus on the community of people that you've met in this business. Focus on where you're going. Never once in this business have I thought about where I am right now. Never once. I don't think about being a presidential diamond at all. I never thought about being a ruby. I never thought about being an emerald. All I think about is that ambassador diamond. That's where I'm going. And I'm sure that I'll have different goals at ambassador diamond. But I always think ahead. I think of where I'm going. I don't think of where I am right now. So that makes it a lot easier to not get discouraged. If you are having an issue and you're feeling like, I'm not cut out for this, it's one of those things that we all have self-doubt. We all wonder, is this for us? Can we do this? Am I a good leader? God, I've questioned myself many times about that. Am I cut out for this? Am I okay? I just hurt this person's feelings because I said something in a way that they weren't able to receive it, because I wasn't talking to their personality type. Can I move forward? Can I get to ambassador? Those are all questions that go through my mind, but they do not serve me. They do not serve me at all. So, sorry, excuse me. This is keto coffee this late in the afternoon. Okay. So if you are having an issue with mindset and you're worried about your business, you're like, I'm not enrolling people, things are not happening, My biggest tip is to reach out to somebody you admire. Reach out to your sponsor, reach out to somebody who inspires you in this business and just say, I just am stuck. I'm stuck and I'm feeling like I can't do this. I'm feeling I'm not good at this. Because one of two things is going to happen. Number one, they might send you a book to read, do some personal development. That's a huge part of this business, and growing and knowing that you can do this and having the confidence to do this. Because I'm telling you, I got here because I believed I could. Not because I'm better than anybody else. There are a lot of people that are more qualified to be here than me, but because I knew I could do it. Because hard work will trump talent every single day of the week. So if you're willing to work for it, you can get there. Number two, they are going to have a phone call with you and they are going to speak life into you. They are going to tell you that they will believe in you until you believe in yourself because somebody did it for them. And they're going to be that person for you. So please never feel like you're alone or you're the only one feeling like that. I've cried tears over this business, as you can tell. I feel it when I speak those words to you. I have been there, and having an accountability partner is also really beneficial in this business. Somebody that you know or trust or you look up to, having somebody that you admire and want to push you. These are really, really great people to have as accountability partners because you can go to them on days like this. You can go to them on days where you feel like maybe you're not good enough or people are saying no, or you've gotten a really nasty message. God, I got a terrible message last night. I messaged Jamie. I knew she was up and I messaged Jamie, and it was a girl that was really quite rude to me and mean. And Jamie's just like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that to you. And all I needed was that validation. That's all I needed. I felt terrible. It's bugging me today because I'm human. But you're going to get people that will say stuff to you, and you need to know that that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them and how they treat people. Because my mom always told me, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And they wouldn't have said something had they had a better parenting. So know those things. And the other thing I want to talk about is not being addicted to the outcome. Do not be addicted to the outcome of your messages, your posts. Do not overanalyze people that are liking or following or commenting. Don't be addicted to the outcome. I did block her, actually. Finally, it took a long time. So don't be addicted to the outcome. Make sure that when you are sending messages, like, I need you to know this. I need you to know that it's taken a lot of personal development. I read a book called Go for No. I read a book called You're a Badass at Making Money. I read a book called The 5-Second Rule. I've read a lot of books, and actually I'm totally lying because I don't read. I listen to them on Audible. So if this is something that you need, ask your upline, because I literally do not give two shits. I'm going to say it that way because I really don't give two shits if somebody says yes, no, F you, I'm interested, oh my God, sign me up, or I want nothing to do with you, you're a huge scam. I don't care. I do not care. I have zero attachment to the outcome. I'm confident with our company, I'm confident with our products, and I'm confident with our compensation plan and where we are as a team. I'm so confident in our leadership on this team that people will succeed with our company. So know that you are in the right place at the right time with the right people. When you've got leaders like Amy and Jamie and Shelby, I know that there's a lot of up and coming leaders. Fiona, I love you so much. I don't know if she's on here or not. But, we're so lucky to have such a kind, caring team. I'm confident. So nobody can rock that. I don't care if you say no, you're lost. That's literally how I feel. If you tell me F you, I literally think your life must suck. That's what I think. So if you need that confidence behind your messaging, know that confidence of not being attached to the outcome is what will push you through feeling discouraged. People saying no, because I still get up every single day and do those non-negotiables. I still get up every single day and do my IPs regardless of the outcome, because that's my job. My job is simply to ask, because you don't know who is out there that needs this. You don't know that person that maybe owns a car lot, is a big time realtor, is whatever. The thing is, there are people out there that are working 4 jobs or are stay-at-home moms and really want this job because they want to get out of their situation. But there's also people on this side that work hella hard and have, make over $200,000 a year, but they never see their family because they're working 80 hours a week. So you don't know unless you ask, and you must ask, because you are doing a disservice to people if you don't offer. Because if somebody never asked me, my life wouldn't look like this. If somebody never asked Amy or Jamie, their life would not look like this. And they're very grateful. I can tell by the look on Amy's face. I know Jamie would cry if I saw her. There she is. But they're very grateful to be part of this. And had somebody not asked them, they wouldn't be here. So you must ask. And it's a privilege to ask. So that's why I don't give up. Like, how could you give up on people? How could I give up on you? How could I give up on somebody that is out there that is suffering financially or physically? How could I give up on them? How could I not provide a solution to help them? Right? Like, how could you possibly give up on people? I can't. So whenever you feel discouraged, you need to ask for help. You need to ask, and you need to know that you're supported and loved in this environment. And I cannot say that enough. The other thing that will happen if people are going to get discouraged is they'll start comparing themselves to other people's journey. They'll start saying, oh, well, this person, like I know that there are people on this team that have been in the business for 2.5 years and have watched Amy and Jamie go double diamond and be like, oh man, I should do that. Like, oh, geez. And they start to think. And what you have to understand is not everybody is going to run their business the same way. Not everybody has the same background. So whether you came into this business with 200 friends or 5,000 friends, whether you did networking before this business or after this business, after you started this business, at some point, you're going to have to grow your network. The person that came in with 5,000 friends and had a massive network is going to build their business faster than you. But that's okay because everyone has their own story and everyone has their own timeline. The person that came in as a stay-at-home mom, well, maybe not. I was going to say next to somebody who's working 3 jobs, but being a stay-at-home mom is like working 3 jobs. Jamie does have 3 jobs. She has 4, including this. But, having that, comparing that to somebody like having all these other things going on, comparing that to a single person or somebody that does not have children, their business is going to move a lot faster than yours. Okay. And you cannot compare. You cannot compare at all. You'll only waste time when you do that. And the only difference between somebody that goes Ruby this month and somebody that goes Ruby in 2 years is a difference of time and effort. So when your goal is not happening on your timeline, it may be that you have to put in more effort and that may not have been realized in the past, and that's okay. But if you're not where you want to be, you need to ask for help. You need to ask because we can't help you if you're not asking. We need to be able to tell you how to work your business efficiently. Karen and I have been in this business for 2.5 years and we've made a lot of mistakes, you guys. So I'd way rather you ask instead of getting stuck in a spot so that we can help you through that or find the answer for you than you get stuck for 6 months and not be Ruby and quit, or not be diamond and quit, or not be triple diamond and quit. There are, at every level, there is another layer of leadership. There's another hurdle that you need to overcome, and there's something different at every level that you need to do differently to get to that goal. So I want you guys to know that. If you're going through a dry spell and you're not enrolling anybody, odds are you weren't consistent. Odds are you haven't been sending messages daily, and that a promotion like this comes up and you can't sign anybody because you don't have anybody to sign. You don't have anybody to follow up with. It's so important in those times that instead of being hard on yourself and thinking that you can't do it or it's not working or nobody wants to buy products from you, guys, there are 500 million people on Facebook. There are people that want to buy our products. The health and wellness industry is absolutely massive. It grew in 2017 by $7.7 billion, by 17%, because we are in a time where disease, chronic illness, obesity, diabetes is an all-time high. You are in the right field, okay? So if you're not getting enrollments, it's 1, or you're having a dry spell. It's 1, because you haven't been consistent. 2, because you are talking people's ear off and you're saying too much. Or 3, you're not talking to enough people. So that's something that you can go over with your sponsor, and you guys can problem solve and be able to do that together. Make sure that you're sharing screenshots of conversations, because maybe it's something that you're saying that's throwing them off. It could be a little bit of wording that we just need to reword, and then all of a sudden you're going to have huge success. Same thing goes for these hosted posts. If it's not working for you, change the wording up, change the picture up, ask for help, get more of them out. I said this in a video a couple of days ago, but when I signed over 40 loyal customers, it was because I had over 100 hosted posts out. A lot of people get discouraged. They put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hosted posts and they get one comment and they're like, this doesn't work. No, it's a game of odds and numbers. That's it. So the more hosted posts you get out, the better you're going to be and the more interaction you're going to get. Okay, yeah, the importance of charting. So if you just started this business, don't even worry. You're gonna get a little lesson in charting. We do have, sorry, I have to move. We do have a charting video on our Set Goals Dream Big that I would encourage you to watch. But it's really important that you know your chart and you know your volume, because every single loyal customer signed by you or your team counts. And it becomes more and more important the higher you go in this company. So make sure that you have your charting down pat, that you ask your sponsor if it's right, and how important it is to have it updated and know where you stand at the beginning of the month. Because if you were trying to go for a promotion and you start charting on the 25th, it's too late. It's way too late. So know what your chart looks like, how to project your volume. It's way better to chart at the end of last month so you have an idea of where you're going to be putting volume and you have a plan. If you do not chart, you do not have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you can't take action. If you don't take action, you're never going to reach your goals. So this is something that's really important. However, I will say the sneaky secret that we may not be charting for too much longer. Okay? So the other thing that I want to go over is the benefits of running an 80 BV auto ship. Yeah, I'm going to leave you hanging on that one. The benefits of running an 80 BV auto ship. Okay, so we've probably told you guys, your sponsors have told you how to be commission qualified. Okay, running an 80 BV auto ship is so important for a couple of things. Number one, if you rely on the 150 BV between loyal customers and somebody returns something, or you don't notice, or a credit card is not run through, or like it's expired or something happens, there's a hiccup, and you don't have that 150 BV by month's end, you will not get a paycheck. And I've seen people miss out on $6,000 paychecks before because they didn't run an 80 BV auto ship. I know, Amy, it made me sick. So please, when you're at that level and you can afford it, run an 80 BV auto ship. The other reason that you want to run an 80 BV auto ship is if you don't run it by the 24th of the month and the 25th comes around and you don't have that 150 BV, you have to come up with 150 BV before the end of the month, because your chance to run the 80 BV auto ship is over. So you've got to come up with more BV by the end of the month if you don't run an auto ship. I also think that if you are in a health and wellness business, you should be a product of the product, right? You should have your own results. You should show your own before and after pictures, because people want to see you. They want to believe you, that you are using the products, that you're the one that, why would somebody buy products from you if they never see you using them or they don't see the results that you have, or, you don't talk about them because you love them. So when I first started, I couldn't afford a ton of products. So I started with my 80 BV auto ship, and I literally got 2 products a month to add to, or 3 products a month to add to that 80 BV. And I just started a collection so I could try everything. And I'd switch it every month, and I'd get new products and I'd try them. The beginning, I started with the greens on the go. We didn't have keto energy, but I would start with that. We didn't have keto coffee when I started. I'd start with those couple of things because you can use them and sell them as samples. Okay, and it's easier to be able to get people around you or in person to purchase a product if they can try it first. So I really do believe in running an 80 BV auto ship because it saves your butt more times than not, and being a product of the products is really important. Plus, we have killer products. Like, you should be using a couple of them, like I cannot go a day without my keto coffee, my greens, and now my collagen. Oh, Jamie and I illegally imported it, but we'll have it soon. let me just see one. I think we just got a couple more things. Oh, scheduling and organization. I kind of went over that really quick, and then I'll just touch on colors, and then I'll end it because I don't want to keep you guys any longer than an hour. But a lot of people get overwhelmed in the beginning because they feel like they need to know everything, and they don't. So just step by step, grow your business. Don't overwhelm yourself with all the details. When you first come into this business, focus on the 4 loyal customers, or the 5 right now, because there's a $150 gift certificate for anybody that's new. And then your sponsor, your team leaders are the people that are going to help you grow your business. So whether you decide to grow your business with customers or you decide to grow your team, that's completely up to you. But we will help you do that. But the key is for sure making sure that you're qualified, faster qualified, so that you can make unlimited $100 weekly bonuses. So that's our goal in the beginning. Have an accountability partner. Instead of spinning your tires, sending messages for business and products, send HAP messages, like send host-to-post messages, because it's so much more efficient. Use text replacement. If you don't know what text replacement is, you can go into your settings and you can actually set your keyboard up. It's like a little life hack, and set up like little messages. So for example, if I want somebody to post a keto coffee host-to-post for me, all I need to do is type in HAPKC, and my whole blurb comes up about keto coffee, and I paste it. It's so much more efficient than copy and copy and posting. Does that make sense? It's so, yeah, copy and pasting and then posting on their Facebook page. So it's so much more efficient to have those. I have follow-up messages that are key, or text replacement. I have all different messages that are text replacement, and using that is going to save you time. Knowing that we are a self-pace, try and set aside time in your day that you know that you've got time. So whether it's 15 minutes over coffee in the morning that you've decided that you're going to send messages for the day, and at lunch you're going to send 15 messages, maybe you're going to send 15 follow-ups and a post. At dinner, you're going to do a post, and then add friends. Maybe you're going to add friends in front of Netflix for an hour at night. I don't know. But make sure that you are setting time aside to do everything that you need to do in the day, and it doesn't have to be a focused hour. It can be broken up into segments. I like to do my engaging with people on Facebook and adding friends right before I go to bed, because I'm tired, I can't really focus. It's a simple mindless task, and I can do it in front of Netflix. So that's why I schedule my day that way. I like to get my messages out first thing in the morning because it gives people all day to respond. I like to get my follow-ups in the afternoon, evening, because that's when people are home from work and they're ready to order. So I have a system in place that I focus my time. If you find yourself getting caught like watching Facebook videos, and all of a sudden you're like watching Facebook videos of cats, like stop and set a timer and challenge yourself. I literally bought this. This is a half an hour hourglass. So I'll do this and I'll send messages, and I will not respond to anybody. I will not do anything. I will send messages for half an hour until this goes out. And that's how I keep focused, because I'm a visual person and I have the attention span of a small newt. Yeah. If you are feeling overwhelmed, reach out to a leader. Don't just sit there and feel overwhelmed. The number one reason people are overwhelmed is because they're not consistent. It's a vicious cycle. They get overwhelmed because they haven't done anything for their business for 2, 3, 4 days, and all of a sudden they feel like they have to catch up, and they get overwhelmed and they don't know what to do, and they don't know what to do first. So try and do small things daily to build your business, and you'll totally succeed. If you try and work 1 day a week, like this business is a hobby, it's not going to work for you. You're not going to be super successful. And I'm just going to be honest about that, because smaller amounts of time, absolutely focused time doing your IPAs is what's going to get you where you want to be. The last thing I want to go over really quick is the colors. And if you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments. But just making sure. Okay. The colors, the reason that this is so important, I want you guys to go after this Zoom, maybe later tonight, to go check out your eSuite and your training academy. There's a video on colors in there that will go over the colors and what they mean. But this is how you can recognize them in other people and learn to speak their language. Like I said before, I have upset people in this business because I am a red. And sometimes I speak to people in my language, and it's not the language that they receive information in. So I overwhelm them. They get a little bit sad. They think I'm being mean because I'm very direct and to the point and like, oh, just do this, blah, 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 blah. This is what you need to do. It'll be fine. See you later. Like, that's how I come across to them, and that's not how I mean to come across. So the colors are as this. And I want to go over really quick because this is really important. This changed my business, communicating with people on my team and communicating with potentials. Reds, they are only 5% of people, and they are people that are natural born leaders, totally outgoing. They are very direct. They can be seen as arrogant or pushy. They don't mean to come across that way, but that's just how we're perceived. They are focus driven. They are money and goal oriented. So these people, if they're on your team, you give them tasks. You give them cash incentives. You focus when their potentials on, hey, they'll ask you how much can I make, right? They'll be the person that asks you how much do you make or how much can I make, and you talk to them about the bonuses, and you talk to them. You send them an income chart, right, with the average monthly income. You talk to them about money. You talk to them about how quickly they can promote in this business, and you share success stories. Okay. The next color is green, and they are 10% of people, okay? Greens are very detail-oriented. So they want to know the ingredients. They want to know what those ingredients do. They want a full list of ingredients. They're going to ask you crazy questions that you don't know the answers to. And they are research-oriented. So what you need to do is you need to give them the full compensation plan that they can read. You need to give them the full ingredients list. You need to give them access to their website so they can go do their research. You need to find answers to their questions and answer them politely. They will ask you the stupidest, well, I'm not agreeing. They'll ask you really great questions that are very specific, like how much B12 is there in the keto energy? They'll ask you, or like, where is the seaweed sourced from in this in this product? Okay. So they're going to ask you questions like that. And you're going to feel like, oh, these people, if you're not agreeing, you're going to feel like, oh, these questions are so annoying. There's so many of them. I don't understand. These people are very difficult. This is not the case. Okay. These people make incredible trainers on our team. These people are the people you go to when you have questions about the compensation plan. We have questions about ingredients. These people are amazing to have on your team. They're not stuck. They may seem like they're stuck in their ways or they're questioning you. You just need to provide answers kindly instead of being annoyed, because a lot of people tend to be like, I don't know how to handle this if you're not that color. So you need to give them all the information and just leave it. Just leave them. Let them ask questions, let them do their thing. And the reason they're asking so many questions is because they want to make an informed decision, not because they're skeptical, not because of anything else, okay? Then I'm going to move on to blues. Blues are 10%, okay? They are the partiers. They're the ones that are in it to win it. They want to celebrate with you. They want to be at the Odoms. They want to be at conference. They want to plan a wrap party at their house. They are the people you should talk to about traveling with this business. They're the people that you should talk to about fun, friendship, freedom. They're the people that you should go out for dinner with and have sleepovers with. They are the people that bring life to the party. They are so much fun. I have the picture of those people that are on our team, and I love spending time with them. They remind me to have fun in my business instead of just being so serious. And the thing about them is, though, as leaders or as people on the team, you need to understand this. They lack attention spans. So they have a very short attention span. So it's like, okay, I'm doing this right now, and then all of a sudden they're over here somewhere. So they lack focus on what they're doing. And that's okay, because they are the life of the party. They're like, oh my God, okay, well, we're going to go to green carpet this week. And then, are you going to Barcelona? Because I want to go to Barcelona. Are you doing this? Are you going to Odom? And they're like totally scattered, and they have a hard time focusing on tasks They have a hard time focusing on their business. So you must check in with these people daily, and you must give them tasks to focus on, because it's very hard to keep them focused on one thing. These are the people that will probably question this business sometime at some point in this and be like, oh, should I try this company, or should I go here, or should I do this? And we've got to create a culture and a community where we go for dinners, we have fun parties together, we celebrate our promotions together, we do those things, because that's what keeps them here, and that's what keeps them as part of a community, and that's what keeps them focused and excited. So, excuse me. Scavenger hunts are really fun for these people. Events, doing team building activities, really good for these people. And then the last color is yellow. They're 75 to 80% yellow. I love my yellows because they teach me so much, okay? Our yellows are the people that put other people first. Every single time they put other people first. They are kind, they are caring, they are thoughtful, they get super uncomfortable when there's drama or conflict, and they hate it and they run, okay? So it's really important that we create a professional environment for these people, that there's no drama, that there is no conflict. But the problem is, if you are other personality types, sometimes when you're communicating with yellow, you may, like a red communicating with yellow can be disastrous, because we don't communicate in the same way. Yellows want to help people. They also feel like they're always at fault. They are they're introverted in their thoughts, and they overanalyze. So they worry that they're not doing a good enough job. They're not helping enough people. They're not this. So our job, as leaders sometimes, and I know that yellows end up taking on, in a leadership role, end up taking on these traits, is that we pour confidence into them and we show them how they can help other people. So and those are the people that you want to talk to about our Gives Back charity. You want to talk to success stories from your customers. If they are somebody that is looking at product, just, I love to help you. How can I help you? What are the issues that you're having? All that kind of stuff. And you really need to listen to your yellows. And they're, again, 75 to 80% of the people that you are going to talk to. So it's really important that you know that. And they're the people that when you are having a conflict, if it's on your team, if you're both yellows, it's great. You will talk and you'll be so kind and you'll just like love each other and it'll be great. But if you're other colors and you go to a yellow, it's really important that you give them 5 compliments before you give them one thing that you want to work on. And usually at the base of any sort of conflict, it's communication. And it's because you're not speaking to somebody in their language and in their love language. That's what I like to call it. I like to throw love language into the colors. So I'd like you to go and check out that video on the Training Academy so that you can kind of brush up on the colors. It really does make a difference in your business when you learn how to talk to other colors, because I literally talk to Jamie completely different than I talk to Amy. And and they're both incredible leaders on our team. No color is better. We have all sorts of leaders. We have blue leaders, green leaders, yellow leaders, green leaders, or red leaders. We have all different colors. It does not matter what your personality type is. And Jamie and Amy are actually a perfect example of that. Shelby's a great example of blue. You can be whatever color that you want. It doesn't matter, but you can still be successful in this business. It's how. For me and Jamie, we're totally task oriented. We're really good at getting people on the road and focused. Amy's really good at communicating with people and motivating them and helping them figure out the best way to work their business. And that's a huge strength of hers that I learn from every single day. So you need to know that we all learn from each other, okay? I hope that is, I'm just going to take a quick, God, I'm sorry for talking so long. I almost did an hour. I'm almost good. I'm just going to take this really quickly and see if there's any questions. If you send a hosted post to someone and they say no, thank you. No, thank you for asking that question, Kim. Thank you. When somebody says no to sending a hosted post to me, I delete them. Because I'm going to tell you 2 things. Number 1 is because they won't post on social media, so they're not really a great candidate for our business. Number 2, they don't want free products or money, so they're probably not going to purchase products from you, okay? This is a game of odds. You cannot feel bad about any of this because this is your business, this is your livelihood, this is how you're going to make money. So just because you delete someone on Facebook, you're going to be able to add a whole bunch of new people that are going to see it, and maybe 10 of those people are going to want to be in that position and earn a prize or be entered to win a prize. So don't ever feel bad about getting rid of people. I also delete people. Sorry, Jamie, I forgot to go over this for rotating your friends. I also delete people. Number one, if they don't see my message, if there's a white circle with a check mark and it's not even being delivered, delete them. If they have not posted on social media or they post once a month, delete them. If there's that message with a mark and a check, and this is blue, it means that they started, if they've answered you before or seen the messages before, you know how this turns into their profile picture when you send a message and they've seen the message? If they've seen messages before, that's totally fine. I'll keep sending messages to them. If this is blue after they've seen a whole bunch of messages and all of a sudden it starts coming up blue, that means they're ignoring your messages. I delete them. If they ignore your messages 4 times and they see them and they've never responded to you, I delete them. But if they've responded to you at some point or engaged with you on social media on your posts, I always keep them and I follow up until I die or they die. Either way. Okay, so that's how you rotate through your friends list. I hope that helps. Let's see, I think, yeah, I'm not going to give you any more information on that. Yeah, exactly, your own results. And you know what, Kim, relating to all the colors, absolutely you can, because like I'm like in the morning, through the day, I'm a red. In about 4 o'clock, I'm a blue. At like 11, or like in the middle of the day, I'm a yellow with my family, you know, and in the middle of the evening, I'm a yellow. I'm a green when I'm researching or I'm listening to personal development. Okay, so you can embody all of those colors, but you're going to feel more pulled to 1 or 2 of them. Okay. How do you not keep friending someone you unfriend? Honestly, Kim, I block them. That's what I do. See ya. There are, again, 500 million users on Facebook. I'm not going to run out of people to add. I really don't care. See? Not attached to the outcome at all. Okay, hope you guys are having a great night. Thank you so much for taking the time. Honestly, thank you so much for taking and spending time with me tonight. I know that it's dinner time. I know that you have families. I'm so grateful that you spent this time with me. It means a lot to me that you showed up tonight. And I hope you have a great evening. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye guys. You're welcome.